in Italy, that's right, as Atalanta tip at the top of the table at this moment, but will they still be there heading into Christmas? We'll take a look at that and much more next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video today. It's all about match number 17, that's right, over in Italia, aka the Serie A, that's right. Who will be tip at the top of the table with anyone from first to third? Could be up at the top of the tree this time around. Of course, we'll take a look at all of it in a second. Of course, if you're new where you've been, smash your subscribe button. You want to subscribe for Serie A, Papanovas, World Football. We're going to all hear under one rooski. We have an absolute cracking title race on our hands with the likes of Napoli, Internazionale, and even Fiorentina still in the mix to, of course, become champions of Italy this season. But who will take full advantage as we enter one of the last, if not the final games of 2024? We'll take a look at it in a second. Big shout out to their members. You know who you are. Big shout out to the Patreons. You know who you are. What we're going to do now, though, is revisit those last round of games, which, of course, put Atalanta top of the table. Let's take a look at it. Sit tight. Hold on. Here we come. Alrighty then, folks. Let's turn the clock back to this past weekend and revisit these games. Look at these crackers. I don't know if I did well, to be honest with you. I think I did pretty poor with my picks. Yes, I did. Look at Torino, though. Big win for them on the road against Empoli. I went with the draw. Atalanta did beat Cagliari. Wasn't as impressive as I thought it would be, but just the 1-0 win in the end. Napoli keeping up the heat with a 3-1 win over Udinese. Juventus, draw kings, still yet to lose, but they've drawn 10 of their opening 16 matches. 2-2 draw against Venezia. I went with a 2-0 win as well. Lecce, big win for them over Monza. Bologna did dent Fiorentina's ambitions. Verona, massive win for them over Parma, 3-2 in the end. Como with a 2-0 win over Roma. The Padawan beating the Jedi there as Fabregas beating Ranieri in the dugouts. Meanwhile, AC Milan could only draw with Genoa, and then Lazio got thumped by Internazionale. 6-0 win in the end for Internazionale to really put a statement result down. Let's take a look, though, at the table. The table looks like this. It is Atalanta. They are top of the table. They've won 5 on the bounce. Napoli are on hot pursuit still, just a couple of points adrift. And then Inter, with a game in hand, I say, could actually go top of the table with that game in hand. They have a superior goal difference as well, so it ain't over just yet. Meanwhile, Fiorentina also have a game in hand. They could also close in on them as well. It is a very, very spicy table. Going down, though, it's Venezia, it's Monza. Cagliari are also in a hot trouble down there, but it could all change dramatically as we enter the Christmas period. Over in the Super Brew, take a little look at it then, guys. This is the situation. We have a Pro Man, 1, 2, 3. He tops the charts this past week with an impressive 10.5 points haul. O'Connor's there in second spot, Vindaloo victory, alongside Clasherman and KP21 in bronze. As for me, I'm looking. I don't even know where I am. There I am, just the 3 miserable points. Not great, but I'm in good company. Raymond Reddington's down there. Of course, Kerry Fish, Macca's down there. My Mexican Sniper ain't too far away either. So not good for me, but the overall leaderboard looks like this. Summer of 2018 remains. Raymond Reddington also up there with 165. And Jake Harmon up there with 160. Alex Weller up 1 spot to number 4. O'Connor also up as well. I'm down 2 to 17. Got to get my act together in 2025. Look at Pro Man, though. Up 10 spots to 41. He's in it now, guys. He's in it to win. He's got a long way to go, though, but he's giving it his best shot. All right, then, folks, so that's the situation now, but forget you can get involved with this yourselves using the Super Brew link, which is right there on the screen. Of course, we are looking forward to those next round of games, which are coming at you right here, right now, and they should be on the screen, of course, and there are some crackers to look forward to. Christmas crackers, indeed, as we enter the final games of before the Christmas Day. There is actually another game before New Year's Day, so let's kick it on here, guys. Who will be top of the table by Christmas? We're going to start with Verona up against AC Milan, coming at you on Friday night. That's right. Coming at you at the Stadio Massicanto Betagodi. Verona under Paolo Zanetti. They're 16th for the table, 15 points for the campaign. Just 1 win in the last 5. Up against AC Milan under Paolo Fonseca. They are 8th, 23 points for the campaign. Just 1 defeat, though, in the last 6. Now, they played each other 27 times, these two clubs, since 1996. 4 wins Verona, 16 wins for Milan. There's been 7 draws between the two sides. And the last time they played at this very venue, it was a 3-1 win for Milan, who've won 6 on the bounce against Verona. So looking to make it at least 6 on the bounce. Anyway, coming into this, Verona did beat Parma last round, and that was on the road. Milan could only draw against Genoa, and that was at home. The last time Verona were at home, they did get beat, though, And the last time Milan also played on the road, they also got beat. The odds for this one, 92 is your Verona, 7-4 on is your AC Milan, and 16-5 is the draw here. We are going with Milan. It ain't going to be as flamboyant as they would hope. 2-1 win, though, on the road for them. Meanwhile, Torino are next. They're up against Bologna, coming at you on Saturday, December the 21st at the Stadio Olimpico Gran Torino. Torino under Paolo Vanoli, 10th for the table, 19 points for the campaign. Just 1 win, though, in the last 6 matches. However, spin it a different way, just 1 defeat, though, in the last 4. Up against Bologna, though, who are 7th. Remember, Champions League club, looking to try and get themselves back into it at the Vincenzo Italiano. They sit 7th right now, unbeaten in the last 5. Now, they're pretty sure 32 times these two clubs since 1999. 11 wins Torino, 7 wins for Bologna. There's been 14 draws between the two sides, but the last time they played at this venue, it was a 0-0 draw back in May 2024. The away side has not won this game since Bologna beat Torino back in March 2019. That's at least 10, 12 games ago, or 12 fixtures between these two sides. Torino, though, on the back of a 1-0 win over Empoli, that makes it 3 clean sheets on the spin for them. Bologna also clean sheets in the last 2, but just the 1 goal. Actually, when I look back, they've actually had 4 clean sheets at the last 5. The odds here, 21-10 is your Torino, 6-4 is your Bologna, 2-1 is the draw. It could be a draw, could be a 0-0, but I'm back in Torino here, 2-1 winners at home. They've got a bit of momentum right now, and I think they'll get the better of Bologna in the end. Meanwhile, Genoa, they're up against Napoli, coming at you over on the 21st of December at the Luigi Ferraris. Genoa, under Patrick Vieira, are cooking with gas to a point. They are 13th in the table, 16 points for the campaign. They're unbeaten in at least the 6 games. However, they've drawn 4 of the last 5. Napoli under Antonio Conte, just 1 win in the last 3. They sit 2nd, though, 35 points for the campaign. And, of course, 58% form over the last 6. Now, they have played each other 48 times since 1993. 9 wins, Genoa, 22 wins, Napoli, 17 draws between the two sides. The last time they played at Genoa was a 2-2 draw. In fact, both games between these two sides the last time around ended up all square, both in Napoli and also at the Luigi Ferraris. Genoa, though, on the back of successive draws, successive clean sheets, 3 clean sheets on the spin. However, back-to-back games without a goal. Meanwhile, Napoli on the back of a big win or important win over Udinese to get themselves right back in the thick of things. The odds here, 4-1 is Genoa, 10-7 on is your Napoli, 14-5 is the draw. Big opportunity for Genoa here with Patrick Vieira at the helm, but I don't think they'll get the better of Antonio Conte. He's got to win to keep the heat at the top of the table. Meanwhile, Lecce up against Lazio. Lazio had an up and down kind of couple of games here at the Via del Mare. Lecce under Marco Campiolo, 14th for the table, 16 points for the campaign, just 1 defeat in the last 5. Up against Lazio under Marco Baroni, 58% form for them right now, winning 3 of the last 4. They are 5th for the table, 31 points for the campaign. Now, they've played each other, these two clubs, since 1993, 28 times. 7 wins Lecce, 16 wins Lazio, 5 draws between the two sides. The home side has won 5 of the last 6, and that 6th game was a draw. The last time the away side won was when Lazio beat Lecce in Lecce back in December 2011. Lecce, though, on the back of a 2-1 win over Monza. Lazio, remember this, about an up and down sort of couple of games. They beat Napoli, they lost to Inter. But they also beat Ajax in the middle of all that as well. The odds here for this one, we're looking at 50-4 is your Lecce, 4-3 on is your Lazio, 27-10 is the draw. Lazio should bounce back here, 3-1 win to keep themselves in the discussion for the title. Next we go to the other side of Rome. Roma up against Parma, that's right, coming at you at the Stadio Olimpico. Roma under Claudio Ranieri, 12th in the table, 16 points for the campaign. 2 wins in the last 6 up against Parma under Fabio Peccia. They're 17th in the table, 15 points for the campaign, has just won once in the last 4 matches. 51 times they have played, these two clubs, since 1993. 33 wins for Roma, 8 wins for Parma, 10 draws between the two sides. Roma, though, under Claudio Ranieri, coming into this, having beaten Parma last time around at this very venue. It was a 3-0 win back in November 2020. It's been back-to-back wins for Roma at this very venue. They've won 3 of the last 4, but they're coming into this on the back of that 2-0 shock defeat to Como. Meanwhile, Parma losing themselves to Hellas Verona most recently. The odds right here, right now, we're looking at Roma, 15-8 on, of course, for the victory. They are favoured. 16-5 is the draw. 5-1 is your away win. That's Parma. Again, all eyes on this. Well, not really all eyes on this, but it is early kickoff on Sunday, December the 22nd. I'm going to go with Roma here. Bounce back ability. And, of course, Ranieri gets some more points in the bag. Let's go to Venezia up against Cagliari. Also on Sunday, December the 22nd. Now, they played each other 17 times since 1998. These two clubs, 5 wins Venezia, 4 wins Cagliari, 8 draws between the two sides. sides. Venezia under Eusebio Di Francesco, they are 20th, rock bottom, but back-to-back points, back-to-back draws for them coming into this. Up against Cagliari under David Nicola, they are 18th in the table, 14 points for the campaign, 3 defeats on the spin for them. Coming at you over the Stadio Piero Luigi Penzo. Last time around at this very venue, it was a 0-0 draw back in February 2023. It was in Serie B. Meanwhile, Venezia on the back of draws against Como last time they were at home, and Juventus last match, of course. Meanwhile, Cagliari on the back of a 1-0 loss to Atalanta. They just lost to Juventus in the Coppa Italia. 4-0 win for Juventus to go through to the next round. The odds for this one, we're looking at 7-5 is your Venezia, 2-1 is your Cagliari, 23-10 is your draw. This is one of those, guys. It is one of those. It doesn't smell like a draw all over it. Going to go with a 1-1 in the end. Another point in the bag for Venezia, and of course Cagliari getting sucked in to that relegation trouble big time. Meanwhile, high-flying tabletoppers Atalanta, they're up against Empoli next at this Guais Stadium. Atalanta under Gianpiero Gasparini, they're top of the table, 37 points for the campaign. They won 5 of the last 6. Up against Empoli under Roberto Di Varvesia, they are 11th with 19 points for the campaign. They are 50% form, 1-2, lost 2, and drawn 2 over the last 6. Played each other 26 times since 1997. We have 11 wins at Atalanta, 6 wins Empoli, 9 draws between the two sides. The last time they played, though, over at Atalanta, it was a 2-0 win for the hosts back in April 2024. Atalanta, though, beating Cagliari most recently, 1-0 win, get back to winning ways. Torino beating Empoli, 1-0 win at their own backyard. The odds right here, right now, Atalanta are 7-2 on for the victory, 9-2 is the away win, 10-1 is your long shots, of course. Going to go with Atalanta, aren't we? Yes, we are. 2-0 win. They're looking good, and of course will remain top of the table heading into Christmas Day. Meanwhile, Monza up against the Draw Kings is Juventus, the only unbeaten team left in the league. Monza under Alessandro Nesta, winless in at least the last 6 games. In fact, they haven't won in the last 9. They are 19th in the table with just 10 points for the campaign. Up against Juventus under Thiago Motta, they are 6th in the table, 28 points for the campaign. But like I said, yet to taste defeat, but they've drawn 10 matches in the last 16. Played each other 6 times in 2021, 2 wins Monza, 4 wins Juventus, no draws. Well, that's not on the resume for Juventus. They only do draws. Juventus, though, back-to-back wins over Monza. That was back last season, both home and away. Monza, though, on the back of that 2-1 loss to Lecce. Cagliari were Juventus's opponents in the Cup this week. And a big 4-0 win for Juventus. We've got 2 clean sheets of the last 3. The odds right here, right now, we've got, what are we at? We've got Monza, 90-4 for the victory. 10-7 on is your Juventus. 5-2 is the draw. Juventus Draw Kings will win this game. Going to go with a 2-1 win at Monza to maybe move them up into the top 5. Meanwhile, Fiorentina are in action on Monday night up against Udinese at the Stadio Armento Franchi. Fiorentina under Rafael Palladino have lost twice in the last 6. They are 4th, though, in the table with 31 points for the campaign. Udinese under Kospa Runjic, just 1 win in the last 6. They are 9th in the table, 20 points for the campaign, but they played each other 58 times since 1995. 30 wins Fiorentina, 70 wins Udinese. Has been 11 draws between the two sides, including the last time they played at this venue. It was a 2-2 draw back in January 2024. Fiorentina are unbeaten against Udinese over the last 3, losing losing twice in the last 6. Fiorentina, though, on the back of that 1-0 loss to Bologna. But the last time they were at home, they put 7 past Lasic in the Europa League there. Meanwhile, Udinese on the back of that 3-1 loss to Napoli. The odds here for this one, 7-4 on is your Fiorentina, 11-4 the draw, 11-2 is your away win. Going Fiorentina here, 2-1 win. Job done, piece of cake, on to the next one. And then that next one is the final one before Christmas, of course. It's Internazionale up against Como with the Giuseppe Meazza. Simone Inzaghi's Inter are 3rd in the table, 34 points for the campaign, just 1 defeat in the last 6. Up against Como, 1 defeat in the last 5, 42% form for them, coming at you in 15th in the table. Now, they've played each other twice since 2002. 2 wins for Inter, nothing for Como, and no draws. Last time played in the league at this venue, it was a 4-0 win for Inter back in March 2003. Inter, though, put 6 recently against Lazio. That was their last game. Como with a 2-0 win over Roma, of course, with a big convincing morale booster right there. 4-1 on is your Inter, 92 is the draw, 12-1 is your Como. Unfortunately, there is only one winner here, and Inter will keep the heat at the top of the table, 3-0 in the end, and also will have that game in hand to regain the lead at some point. So it is spicy, very, very spicy over in Serie A. Make sure you subscribe, use the link here to get involved with the Prediction League, and come back around for the next round of games, which ain't far away, guys. We're looking to heading into the new year, final round of games on the 28th, 29th, and 30th of December. We'll be back for that. Until then, subscribe, smash the like, catch you later, but we're done.